You might notice a little something different about me today. Decided to go get my hair fixed professionally. Thank you, Jenna. Once again, she knocked it out of the park. I'm sorry, I'm starving. It's 4 o'clock, and the last time I ate was 10 o'clock this morning. I had 2 breadsticks with cheese. I'm starving. So, if you didn't know, I think in my last vlog I did talk about this, that I kind of bleached and fried my hair. Here's a little picture of that fiasco. So anyway, I almost shaved my head off Riley, my little sister. She was like, shave it. But I thought, no. And then Jenna was like, let me look at it first. Ended up not being that bad. I did have it blonde, but because there was so much pink, yellow, all the colors, I had some blue, I had some green, and I didn't really want to risk further damaging my hair by bleaching and processing it more. We just decided to go back with like a red, kind of a coppery red, and I'm obsessed. I feel like such a boss babe. I feel like if you put me in a courtroom right now, I would slay. That's how I feel. Put me in a conference room, I will seal the deal. I will get the company. I will get the contract. You need it, I got it. I'll get it done. Originally, I was gonna go get my nails and stuff done too, but I don't have time. It's already 4:30, so that's okay. I'll save my nails for when like my hair fun dies down, and then I'll have something else to look forward to. So we'll save that for another day. But I'm so thrilled with my hair. She did such a good job. I love the cut. I love the color. She even styled it for me because I'm going on a date night tomorrow with my hubby for his birthday. I bet the people in this UPS think I'm nuts. I had to return some stuff to Amazon, and I still haven't ate. So I thought, well, let me just sit here and scarf this down before I go pick up my groceries. I've been wanting a Dorito logo taco for so long. I almost got one the other day, but I ended up just getting a fish fillet from McDonald's. Oh, it's hitting the spot, let me tell you what. I was going to go to my friend's husband's food truck, but they're way up on the other side of town. If I had known, well, see, okay, I wanted to go up to that food truck, but it's on the other side of town. So I could have got my groceries on that side of town, but I had to pick up my husband's medicine, and his medicine is also down on this side of town. So it just didn't work out, but I really wanted to go. I was looking up the menu. I've got to try it sometime. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I was gonna look up and see if like, look at this. This does look pretty. Even this one other hairdresser was complimenting me. He's like, your skin tone has totally changed. He's like, you look like you were meant for red hair. And the last time I got red hair, everybody liked it. And I like this red, like this kind of gingery copper red, which we laughed because this time she mixed so many different copper reds, neutral reds, all that stuff to kind of like counteract all the colors that were left in my hair. We said it was just a concoction of who knows what, and we'll see what we get at the end. But I'm really a fan of this color, so I am not going to be dyeing it at home. I will go back to her when my roots go out, because I'm not going through this again. She said that the 2 inches at the bottom is a little gummy, but we can work with it, let it grow out, and cut it out the next time. So, I'm thrilled. Of course, I filmed a TikTok. I need to fix that and put it up on my page, but I'm super thrilled. I love this, but alright, I gotta go get groceries. I am going to take an hour and prep their school for next week. So what I did was actually went on Amazon and bought a pack of like 5 or 6 of these. I'm not sure. I'll link it in the description box below. Of these accordion folders. So I just used, that's week 4. That's not going to help me, is it? I need week. Okay, this is the week I need. So I went through their curriculum books, tore out all the papers, and put them in here for each week by day. So this will be next week. So then we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So when I go for the week, I just put this on my little rolly cart, and then every day I pull out what we need to work on. So I did that for a month, but now I want to go through and prep each day, potentially add extra things, maybe even stuff for Weston, stuff for Steven. One of the things that I have been adding is this little worksheet. This came out of a booklet from the Dollar General. It's like a morning starter, but there's only one per letter. So I actually took this as a template and went on to canva.com, which I use anyways to make all of my thumbnails for my YouTube, and kind of created my own version on there. And I have been expanding on this for the week. So like this week we're going to be starting the letter B, whereas last week we did A. But again, there was only one sheet for A. So I just went in and, like I said, created my own little worksheet and then added stuff so that we could review each day. For instance, one day we did the letter D for phonics. Well, then I did on this a review of the letter D for their phonics lesson. I added in coloring a rainbow, which had been part of our faith lesson, and then I added tracing circles, which was part of his math lesson. So I'm using this every day as kind of a review of the skills we've done the past day. Here, let me pull it up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so like I said, I just formatted it or crafted it after this page that came from the book from the Dollar General. So some of them I had uppercase A, then I started working on lowercase a. Trace the words. I actually leave this blank and I just write the words I want with a highlighter so that I can customize it. Like I've done words that begin with D or words that begin with N, because those are the letters we were focusing on in his phonics lesson. And then tracing, I actually have just done the same as well. Circle the animals. This is stemming from his science lesson. We're working on living and non-living things. So this one was specifically on animals. And then I did one that was circle the living things, and it had like plants and animals and just objects for him to circle, and then color the circles. That was stemming from his math lesson. So I just use each bit of this as kind of a review. Let me see if here I have some more I can show you for an example. I really like this page as a review for a review. So like there we did the letter N for him to trace. There was color the rainbow and then trace the circles, and then find the letter A, circle the words that begin with the letter A, and then we do what day of the week it is. Okay, that's the one I just showed you. Okay, so this again, I did the letter D from phonics, tracing the circles. He has a real hard time wanting to go slow. And then this was circle the living things. So I'm going to create some new ones for this week based on what he is doing in his lessons. I thought about compiling these and actually making it a file on Teachers Pay Teachers, because this takes time. This takes a lot of work to make these, and this would be a really good morning starter for like a kindergarten preschool class. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, and I have Monday. This is what we're going to start with for him on Monday. And then I'm just going to work from there. So let's see what we're learning on Monday, because then I can start working on making the morning starter for Tuesday. So here's our faith lesson. I've called you by name, you are mine. Perfect. Still working on that. So we're going to start working on the letter B. So I am actually going to, I'm going to speed through this and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Okay, so here's what one will look like. My name is, circle the day. Oh, I messed up there. Circle the letter B. Through here, circle the words that contain the letter B. Trace the words, trace the letter, trace the shape. We're working on the shape oval. Color the seasons, because that's part of his lesson as well. Okay, so after going through the week and the concepts, here's like another page I did. This time I did circle the words that end with the letter B, so they really he has to pay attention. One of the phonics letters is P. Color 5 ovals purple, so purple being part of the P. 5, like actually differentiating or distinguishing 5 ovals, because there's more than 5 ovals in this thing, and he's going to have a hard time with that. But he has to focus on 5. One of the concepts was focusing on the 5 senses, talking about taste specifically. So circle the objects you can taste, and then trace the words. I just take a highlighter, and I'm just going to write 3 words that begin with the letter P. So now he'll trace those. That's basically what I do. just because I change out the words so much. All the starters are done for the week. I have more stuff that I want to do, but the timer went off, so I need to take these kids outside, let them play. I'll have to finish this up later this afternoon or this evening or something. So I gotta get these kids out on the porch. They need to. The timer went off, Mommy. I heard the timer go ding, ding, ding. So that means it's time. Okay, so I'm back at round 2 of planning. So for Weston, I have collected a lot of workbooks, especially from like the Dollar General. I have this pre-K book, colors and shapes. I have quite a few, and some of these I even doubled up on because I know that they're concepts Stephen could work on as well. Like 1, 2, 3's basic concepts. So what I have done is I just went through and I have picked out some concepts I want Weston to work on. Like number 1 would be his beginning skills of learning to trace. So I ripped out this page for him to work on because I'm going to have him use his finger and then he can use like a crayon. So we're just going to work on him learning how to hold a pencil and to follow a line. And then for shapes this week, Stephen's working on ovals. So for Weston, I have this page I tore out, trace and draw ovals, and then make an X over the ovals, which is also like him learning instructions, or to follow instructions. Then for fun, I have a do-a-dot. I know, I need to, let me trim this up, it's gonna bug me. I have this book that is like ABCs, 1, 2, 3, shapes, that whole thing, but it's for the dot markers. So I tore out the oval one for him, and then I have these clear little things that you put papers in that you can use dry erase markers on. So I'm just going to leave these in the book, but one of the colors Stephen's going to work on this week is purple because we're looking at the letter P for phonics. So I'm going to have Weston work on this page. And then also in this book, which is Trace and Write for 4 to 6 year olds, I found this page, which is tracing ovals. So I am just going to leave these like this and slide them down into his little thing for him to work on. And then these actual sheets he can, you know, do whatever on. So I'm just going to go ahead and place those in here. So Monday, I'm going to have him work on tracing the shapes. On Tuesday, I'll have him do this paper. On Wednesday, I'll have him do the do-a-dot ovals. And then on Thursday, he can work on the purple and ovals, because that's the day Stephen's working on purple. And then for science, the concept was weather. So I'm actually just going to pop on Teachers Pay Teachers and see what kind of more information I can pull up on weather. And then also another resource I have, this is from last year. Like, I didn't homeschool, but I kept all of my resources because I had made a theme calendar topic. So weather was in March. So I'm just going to open this up, and I have tabs for each month. So I'm just going to go ahead and check out March and see what we did, if there's anything I want to pull out from here. So so in March we did also like Dr. Seuss, Apples on Top, which was Dr. Seuss with the do-a-dot markers, Oobleck, Counting Fish, Shamrocks. Actually, I don't see much. Okay, so did I put March? Okay, I think I put March in the wrong spot here because this is like weather stuff. This has to do with spring, backyard scavenger hunt. Oh, I wonder if I can find like a fall scavenger hunt for us to do at some point. Okay, let me bop back over here and double check. Colors and Rhyme, Cat in the Hat. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing much for weather. So it was mostly St. Patrick's Day and Dr. Seuss. So I'm going to go ahead, since I don't really have anything in here, I'm going to look on Teachers Pay Teachers and see kind of what supplemental... Not weather. Oh, that's what I'm not weather. I'm sorry. Seasons. We're focusing on the seasons more specifically, which I don't I don't think I did seasons per se. I know I did winter was a specific one. Yeah, and fall was a specific one. So we did fire safety in October. Let me see what I find, and then I'll show you what I decide to use to supplement. Again, sorry, seasons, not weather. One thing I'll tell you about Teachers Pay Teachers is I will encourage you to always do like your search, your grade, your subject, and then always try the price free first, because you may find something you like, and then if not, bump up to, I'm not above paying if I really want the resource, but if I can find something that's free, don't reinvent the wheel. Okay, so I ended up finding this paper. It's a sort for the 4 seasons, so I thought that'd be good for their scissor practice, because that's also part of the kindergarten curriculum right now, practicing their scissor cutting. And then we've got the 4 seasons. Well, then as an extension of that for Steven to kind of bump it up a level, part of his history or science, social studies, one of those was talking about taste. And because that's part of one of his morning starters too, is circling the things that you can taste. So I found this. It was in the same packet as this sort. It says, pick one season and draw what you like to hear, feel, smell, taste, and see during that season. So we can work in the 5 senses going off of how they were talking about the seasons. My kids are crazy. I'll go ahead and put this in here, and then I'm actually going to move this color one to Tuesday, because Steven's curriculum is focusing on red, yellow, and purple. So one day I'll have him do purple, and then I'll flip the page to yellow, and then flip the page to red, so that he could be tracing those throughout the week, and I'll just put him in his little thingamabob. I'll put him in his little clear packet. This goes back into day 1. So I feel pretty good with what we have. And then in the mornings, they do a half-hour activity at the table so I can get ready. So like blocks, Play-Doh, puzzles. I just ordered some new puzzles for them. They have their little writing tablets. They have their little writing tablets that they can use. So I feel pretty prepared for that. And we'll just kind of go from there. So that should be good for school for next week. And then one of the extensions on his, I think it was Thursday or Friday, in Steven's curriculum said to play a game that works on color recognition and number recognition. We have the apples game where you sort the apples. Each person has their own color, and then you sort them by the number that you get when you do the spinner. So we're going to do that on Saturday as our family time. Play the apples game. I'm going to put it in my binder so I don't forget. Prep school, laundry. Alright. I'm going to go fix the boys' dinner. And then I am going to start looking for Sunday school curriculum, because we're potentially switching up at church and we need to have some ideas with us Saturday. So I'm going to go ahead and put this binder back down here where I keep all my other school stuff. And like I was telling you, I already have 1 month of paperwork all tore out and divided, but then before each week I just go in and add. Like you just see me adding stuff for Weston, expanding on the concepts they're already learning just to make it more meaningful and age appropriate, whether I need to go up or down depending on which kid I'm kind of working with. So, alright, I'm going to put this in the kitchen, put the books up, and go make these turds some food.